In this episode, Quinton gets to work fabricating the fiddly bit that will hold the gut of the boat together. He gets to work changing up some of the floor frames and building little stairs that go into the V-berth. What you won't see in our videos are the lengthy problem-solving sessions that Quinton and I have, or Quinton staring at the problem for hours trying to turn our ideas and plans into reality, because that would be really boring.
I got started on work here for the day and realized I forgot to record, but you didn't miss much. I got in this cross brace here, and then these two running up the side here. And here will be the two storage compartments. We'll have a panel that'll lift up on the floor, and then the rest of it will be under the dinette. And then next thing I'm gonna work on putting a piece from here up to there. So we're just gonna make that a straight section as well, because right now it's tapered towards the front. We're going to make that a bit smaller than the panel. When we pull up the panel, it'll be a little easier to move that chunk of floor around inside the boat if it's a bit smaller. We don't need it to be as big as it is. That's the plan next. Put in that brace, and then down the other side, I'm just going to get rid of the taper so it'll just be a lot smaller fill-in area all the way down. Alright, I just got this one tacked in place here. I'll just tack the other end. That's our front section. This will be a drop down going into the sleeping berth. This tank is just for getting an idea of what a stair will look like. It's not actually going to be a tank here. We'll have a stair like that, and then the floor inside there, so you'll be able to step down into there, and we'll have some storage from the sides, and we'll have a cover that goes over top of here, and we'll pull that out if we want to get down to the storage, or that's the plan. I think it should be pretty good. And then when we get to the next section of storage in the floor, I'm going to just jog it. I'm not going to jog it quite as far as that one, because we want to keep it as wide as we can here, so it'll be about there, so that I can just get rid of this tapered. From here on it starts to taper. So I'll just bring the end over just enough so that I can just feather into that angled area, like I did up there. The next one isn't angled at all, so we will either keep it full size or I'll just bring it down to the same size. I'm not sure. Probably bring it down to the same size just so all the hatches are the same width. Got the piece ready and cleaned up for the next section here. We're just bringing it in just enough so that I lose the tapered section up there. I'll tack this in place. Got that last chunk put in there. That does it for framing in the hatch holes. We've got one hatch here, second one there, and then up in the sleeping berth, that one there. We're all squared up now, and then there'll be this stair here. One step, and then you'll step down to the bottom. In the back here we're going to have batteries there, inverter and whatnot. It'll be all electronics on this side. And this side will have these two freshwater tanks. Started working on the stair here. And these are the upright pieces that I'm going to support the back of the stair so that it'll be able to be finished nicely. This will go underneath. The whole thing will be hanging off of the subfloor. So I'll just try to take a few little short videos of it as it progresses. It's just very fiddly and in tight space here. It's pretty hard to film the whole thing, but making some progress figuring out how to do it here and keep going with it. Here's the update. I got those two little pieces in. This will go in the bottom like that. Tread can sit down on there, and then the riser will sit inside this angle. I'll build another one of those for the other side. And it'll all just hang off the subfloor. I got this piece cleaned up and ready to go in here. Get that sitting in place. Well, that's the lower risers on. Now I'll just connect from here to here. This tread will sit on that. And the riser for this one will sit down here. And this plywood that's on the sides will have this as backing. So that should also be supported. It's the best thing I could come up with. It's awfully fiddly, but it should make the finishing a little easier. I'll put this piece in next. I got this piece in here. I got the other one made as well. They're all cleaned up and ready to go. Clean up there, so the plywood will fit in nice. I'll have to take the welds down a little bit. Another thing that took way too long, but I think the end result is that we can put storage in from this side still underneath the stair. We can still use the space, so I think that'll be best of both worlds. We got our step and we don't lose any space for it. So, all right, this is the finished product, cleaned up. A tread cut, just a temporary tread. I'll go in there like that and I'll screw it in from the bottom. That's our step. And then I can still access that space from the storage here. We can still get underneath there. Well, that was a bit of effort, but we're moving forward. Look who it is.
It's me. What are we looking at?
See if you can find anything different. What have you seen?
This looks good. You can see where the new shiny bits are. Yeah. Oh yeah, because it's here.
This stuff does not weld very well. It's a little bit corrosion in it, and it just spits.
Some stare down looks really good. Very nice.
Seems to do stair things.
Yeah, looks really good.
We can still use the space underneath it from this side.
Very precise.
Just try to impress you.
I'm easily impressed. You know I'm easily impressed. Oop. These are nice sized openings for the storage compartments.
Yeah, and you can put longer things in if you just go at an angle, as long as you keep the center open, which I think we should.
Yeah, I don't know why we wouldn't.
Yeah. Hopefully that panel is strong enough on its own, spanning that distance.
Yeah.
Depends how thick a plywood you use, I guess. You could put a little angle iron underneath it, screwed to the bottom of it, just to give it some more support too.
Yeah.
I guess the water tank's next.
You guess?
I guess. Well, the next thing I'm going to try to get my mind wrapped around and try to figure out how I want to do it is mount these two freshwater tanks here. I think all I'm going to do is put some angle underneath. They're just going to sit on that bottom edge, across that cross member, just mounted in at either end. So then the two tanks will just be sitting on the angle just like this, across the bottom. I'll try to get them a little closer to position and cut some aluminum for that. Alright, I got the one rail cut and cleaned and marked out exactly where I want it. Both tanks will sit in there and they'll be able to lift up on the lower edge here and then slide out into the storage area to be able to get them out. If we need to, they can. So that's a plus. We're not building ourselves into a corner there. So we'll get this tacked in. Alright, well this is pretty hard to record and get everything lined up, and it's a tight spot underneath the floor anyways, so I didn't get anything recorded for the other side, but that side's all welded in, and I just got this side cleaned up and sitting in place. Just holding it up with the toes on my shoes and got it kind of sitting where I want it to be. I think I can just tack it in place right where it is. Now let's see if it can still come out. Oh yeah, still comes out. Nice. Okay, I'll get that welded in solid. All right, got it all welded in. Got a couple little legs underneath at the front just to give it a little more support. The back is basically just sitting down on that cross member, so I don't need anything back there. So now we can just slip it in here. Put some rubber in there for it to sit in the track. Perfect. That will be great. I plan to couple them down at the bottom here, and then we'll put a T off of there, and then the pump will come off for there. That's at an angle. The tanks are at an angle so they can pick up more water from the bottom. And I'll put a fill into the top corner here probably. And just let it equalize slowly. Should be good. I'm happy with that.